Richardson to throw off play action.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they get after them early.
On third down, here's Richardson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. On fourth down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. Kyle Phillips deep for Tennessee.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Titan football. At their own 37-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
They'll start on the ground with Spears.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
You look at this Colt defense.
They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Levis on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
The Titans have 1 and 3 here in the early part of the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around. I expect them to play really well here.
That burst good for 20 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Five yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Levis. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here's Spears on 2nd down.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. Here's Levis.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And his kick is indeed good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Richardson to the air on first down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Throwing on second and long. Richardson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. Now Spears to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now a second and 10. Right back to Spears. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's a give to Spears.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Working from the gun, here's Levis.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 15.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Pat the street! Pat the street!
Richardson now on second down.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Go, Reed, go!
Richardson looking to throw this.
He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Let's take it at around the 40. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
And they will take over first and 10.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll either go out right near the 35-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Hand off to Spears.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 36 yards on the play.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Spears is in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point up and good by Shootout.
And the lead grows to 10-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Jack.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Reload.
Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up first and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Tackle there by Nick Cross.
No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's Levis.
Got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Levis.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Here's Richardson to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Amari Hooker. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them.
And Levis tosses his 3rd interception of the game. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Ready, go.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Hurt. Let's go.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
2nd down. Here's Richardson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rose. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here's 3rd and 3. A final shot before the half. Richardson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. Phillips now from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points in the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
The Spears with another carry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Levis on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 54 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. That one's taken in by Spears. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. In motion is Westbrook-Ikhine. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Spears. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Rashaan Evans. And the Colts are going to get the football back at their own 17. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here's Strong to begin the drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Right there, hurt.
Play action. Now Richardson. He'll let one go deep for downs. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 14. First down.
Ready.
Off play action. Richardson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 33. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have...
Levis in trouble. Down he goes. And quickly, they get to the line.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Levis looking to throw. A shot downfield for Burks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And this one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
17 yards. First down, Colts.
Come 19. Come 19. Let's go.
They go play action with Richardson. That's going to be taken in by Downs. A big play there for Indy. 41 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Going for it on 4th, here's Richardson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. He's got him in. Complete. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Traylon Burks, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
There, Richardson back to throw it.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And this offense on third down today, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here's a screen play. This is strong.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Richardson looking to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw pulled in by Woods.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
That is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
They'll roll him out right.
Well, let's take it in by downs. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Richardson on the bootleg here.
He'll buy some time right.
Got his open man. It's Mallory.
He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now Richardson.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And Gay knocks this one through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 18-yard line.
They'll run with Spears. And down he'll go at the 25. 103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they work this well on the field across the 45. Good work after the catch, going to net them 23 and a first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then in the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
And he will have a Titans first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Haskins now on 1st and 10. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's a run by Spears. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That good for 22 and a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And now a run to Spears. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Haskins. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rose. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Here's 3rd and 7.
Cowboy 80. Hey, smash Bronco.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
18, Rattler, 8, Warrior, 17. Panther Street, Panther Street.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
Get it. Go, Reed. Go.
One last shot for Richardson.
He's going to let it go again.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. So this one a Tennessee Titan victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position.
Here we go, bucket off the pick and roll. Gotta go.